I'm proud of this place. You know, this is 9 months to a year of my life building this. I'm very happy that I get to be the one that takes it down, obviously with all of the volunteer help, and I'm so thankful for all the volunteers that are coming to help. Like, honestly, I had no idea that this many people would show up, and I'm so happy because this was going to be a monumental task on my own, or even with a few people that I know that were going to come help. So I'm super thankful for everybody coming and chipping in to help. And yeah, you know, it's a lot of people have been asking me if it's sad to see it all come down, but honestly, I feel relieved seeing it all come down, because I was really worried that I wouldn't get to be the one to do it. I was really worried that some landlord would pay some demolition company, come in here and just flatten all the ramps, and all the hard work that we did just went to nothing and went into the garbage. So I'm super happy to be able to take it down, and yeah, it feels like getting to enjoy the life cycle from start to finish and being responsible for it the whole way and taking it down. And then being able to repurpose it into a new project that should hopefully last longer than this one did. So yeah, it feels nice. It feels complete.
I remember just being, you know, a kid riding bikes, stoked on bikes, and I was on Pink Bike at the time. Facebook groups and stuff weren't super big yet. This is 2017. This is a long time ago. And just seeing some grumblings in the forum that somebody was building an indoor bike park in Calgary, and the stoke levels for me and all my buddies were just through the roof. We couldn't believe it. We'd always wanted a joyride type park in Calgary. It's something we dreamed about, right? Like, you don't have to stop riding bikes. You can ride bikes year round. Sick. That's the best thing for everybody ever. We're gonna have a foam pit. We're gonna learn sick tricks. And I remember going to volunteer at the Plaidcoat Mountain Bike Festival, and I met Ryan for the first time. And he was like, "Oh yeah, you're one of those Moose Mountain guys. You could like build mountain bike jumps and features and skinnies and stuff, right?" I was like, "Yeah, man, count me in." I wasn't the best builder, but like, I wasn't gonna say no to the opportunity to build an indoor bike park. So bought some tools, came in here, didn't have a clue what I was doing. Put a bunch of hours in building this park. To this day, Brian and my hours are still on a pillar over there in like a tally of the time we put in building the park. So I've been here since the very beginning, and like, it's really sad to be here with it closing, with the tools again, taken apart, but it's all kind of come full circle in a way.
When I first started, like, even like working here for like, you know, probably a week or 2 weeks or whatever it was, right? You know, you'd bring your bike and you'd try some of the stuff out, and like, it was all like, I have dirt jump before and everything, but like, these were like more BMXy skate parky like, and yeah, it took a second to get the black line. It took me like probably like 3 months to get it, but once you figured it out, nothing changed, right? And like, I always had this joke where it was like, if I was riding like crap here, I was like, "Oh man, it's just windy today. Conditions are bad." It's like, no, it's just you. Everything's the same, right? So
I got involved with B-Line on, I think, like basically the first or the second day. We were out riding a park in Cochrane with all the guys, and I think I was sitting on the top deck checking my phone, and I happened to see a Facebook post about an indoor bike park in Calgary, and I immediately was like, "Hey, I need to call whoever this is and get involved." And I called the owner, Ryan, and yeah, basically I think he had a buddy that was going to be the carpenter for the project, but he pulled out because it was too much work for him. And then so I went and met with him the next day, and I had a job, and then we started this May 2nd or 3rd, and I was in here tearing stuff down to get the building ready to receive all the ramps. So yeah, that was the first I heard about it, and was like, I quit my job on the fucking spot, you know? I think I was working for Abbey Homes at the time. I had just started with them just to have something different, and I was like, this isn't as different as I wanted. And then when I heard about this bike park, I'm like, yeah, I don't really care, let's go.
Here, ripping B-Line apart, sadly. It's a pretty big reflection of the past 6-7 years of my life in riding. Spent a lot of time here in the first years with my kids. My daughter learned how to ride her bike here. Got lots of fun videos of her riding around, and then my son followed after that. I grew as a rider here. I didn't really plan on growing as a rider here. This is gonna be a fun place for me to ride with my kids and with other riders in Calgary, and the network of people that I found here is pretty unbelievable. It's sad to, well, it's fun to look back, but sad at the same time to see it go.
I think like the few opening nights when we first started, and just seeing how many like people that came out of the woodworks, people you had maybe not seen at the park in years and years and years, that actually showed up to ride. and we're having a great time. And then, you know, it was just packed in here, like 200-300 people the first few nights. It was wild. And going from like us building the place too, right? So like I was so proud to see everybody riding it and having a blast, because I mean, we spent 9 months building it all, kind of going, oh man, I hope people like this as much as we do, because we liked it. Yeah, so the opening few nights were really great. The one Fox night we did a few years in where Drew was here, that really stands out. We had like a crazy train through the black jump line that was like, I don't know, it felt like 100 people, but like, I think it ended up just being a big old loop. So that was pretty wild.
Just to speak to some of the memories, I guess, like some of those first tricks that we got here that we could not get outside because we're too scared just to, you know, hit the dirt, hit the pavement, and absolutely wreck ourselves. This place has been instrumental for that, right? And the kids have gotten so good too. Like watching little Sebastian go from this kid that was barely able to like ride a two-wheel bike to this kid that's probably going to be the next slopestyle prodigy and take out Reader, Semnuk, whoever. It's just amazing watching everybody learn and grow here. I can't believe what it's done for the community and for the riders.
Sure didn't expect to get back into coaching. I came here to work on some bikes and thought I'd be doing some coaching, learn to pedals, which honestly, first time I did a learn to pedal ride with any of the little guys, I was like, I don't know how this is going to go. But man, when you see a kid pick their feet up off the ground and start pedaling and the smile on their face, I get goosebumps thinking about it. So that was the big surprise is coaching the little ones, man. It's one of the most rewarding things that I did here.
You know, you'd always see somebody like, I could come here and say everybody's out of town, right? I could come here and I would at least know like 7 people, right? And it's like, oh, hey, like I would sometimes show up here thinking I'm just gonna ride by myself and just like, you know, try to focus on getting better at one particular thing. But then I'd end up here and there'd be like 7 other people that I already knew that I didn't know were coming either. And I don't know. Yeah, it's a shame. It's sad because this place was sick and like, it's a lot of wood. Like, holy shit.
You know, some of the other memories that we have is like the jams, the contests, community events for Moose Mountain, fundraising, everything else. Like the way this place brought mountain biking, BMX, all the different disciplines of bikes together has just been incredible. We're a bigger, stronger community because of it. And I could say that I have 100 new close friends thanks to B-Line. Apologies for my voice, I'm just really choked up about this. You know, from the first backflips we landed to all the progression we've had here, all the events, all the community, everybody we've met, like we'll have memories forever that we'll take to the grave for B-Line. We all love it so much. And I remember on closing day, Ryan played closing time for the last time, and I was absolutely in tears. I saw my friend Suzanne, we just hugged each other, cried it out, super emotional stuff. I'm so sad to see this park go away, but you know, I'm hoping that other people could maybe carry the torch and recycle this stuff into something else, and just hope for the best.
Yeah, just watching the young riders of Calgary grow, and like Carson, I've known that kid since he was 7, and watching him do some crazy wild things in here. But even the kids that just came in to have fun, like my kids, they weren't really focused on any certain goal. They just wanted to come here and have fun. And in the last days here, my son learned how to jump the green line. It was a pretty proud dad moment.
I think that would have to be my memories, is just riding here, honestly. Like, it's hard. Mountain biking's hard, right? Like, especially when you're just trying to get into mountain biking, you're not confident with your skills, you're trying to, you know, learn skills and things, and like crashing's scary, right? But the moment you like persevere, break through, and actually become like good enough to, you know, ride everything, then you can all of a sudden start kind of experimenting, right? And like popping off things and trying different things, right? So like that's like with this place, right? Like I was unfortunately good enough to ride everything and then have fun with it. So just trying to help out where we can. But no, this place has been sick. Like I learned how to flip, man. Like I never would have learned how to flip if it wasn't for this place. Cause like they're scary, dude. Like fuck, like no one wants to do that on dirt or like mulching just for the first time. Like dude, if I tried my first flip and it went the same way it went in the foam pit, I would have landed on my head and like went into the hospital. Like you know. So, but now I'm like trying to take that to dirt because I've flipped the resi a million times. I'm too scared to take it to dirt.
Plans for now: save as much of the lumber as we can, get it stored securely, and in a way that it won't get damaged, maybe being outside for a winter or so, and then start the process of trying to make another bike park. So I think we'll be able to make something that that pays homage to this place, but is more, it's better. So the community is as strong as ever, and I think good things to come in the new place for sure.
At the end of the day, long live B-Line. The legacy will be here forever. We love this place so much, and we're all better people and a better community because of it.